Shannon should just step out with his boyfriend and let people know I'm bisexual, but this is who I'm with. And every now and then I experience my wild side.
You think he's a zest?
Lil Rod says hidden cameras were in every room of Diddy's homes. Lil Rod believes that Mr. Combs possesses compromising footage of every person that has attended his freak-off.
Oh, you get freaking.
Huh?
Hey, give me some more.
It's too soon.
Shannon Sharpe's Bodyguard just shook up the internet. A leaked video has come out showing Shannon at one of Diddy's well-known parties. It's more serious than people thought. There have been rumors for years, but now there's clear proof that Shannon was right in the middle of it all.
The lady that was given to him.
He will pull up and get wild with you by himself. Like he's not soft. So that's the whole thing.
Shannon Sharpe's Bodyguard has caused a major stir online. A leaked video shows Shannon at one of Diddy's famous parties, and it's more serious than people expected. Rumors have been around for years, but now there's solid proof that Shannon was fully involved. But the biggest shock is what his own bodyguard, named Saka Zumba, said in a tweet. He didn't just gossip. He made serious accusations that could completely change Shannon's life. One strange claim he hinted at was that Shannon might be something else, though no one knows exactly what that means. People are already surprised and confused by it all.
It was a Diddy party?
No.
Never?
I ain't never been invited. I ain't that big. I mean, maybe if I was in the position that I'm in now, but back then, no.
And wait, this drama goes way beyond just being at a wild party. Saka Zumba dropped another shocking claim. He says Shannon was involved in some shady things at those events. The most serious accusation? That Shannon may have been involved with underage girls. That's not just drama. That's a serious scandal. If it's true, it could lead to major legal trouble. Let's not forget, Shannon has already been under a lot of pressure. Once a Hall of Fame football player, and now a big name in media. His career is starting to fall apart. He's already facing a lawsuit for sexual assault. And now these new claims are coming out from someone who used to be very close to him.
Or the boiled egg test. They could take a boiled egg, a raw boiled egg, and have those guys put their pants down and bend over and they stick it up their ass. The eggs break, they say they're not ready yet. They ain't put enough work.
Here's exactly what Saka Zumba posted. FNDA that Ninja Shannon met his 304 at a Diddy party when she was 17. Yeah, he really said that. And just like that, the tweet disappeared almost instantly. But nothing ever really disappears online. Screenshots were already everywhere, and more proof started pouring like a flood. The timing? Extremely suspicious. This leak came out right after Shannon announced he's stepping away from ESPN until the NFL preseason. Now, people are asking real questions. Did he step down on his own, or was he quietly pushed out? And don't think this is some one-off situation. This isn't the first time a bodyguard has come forward and exposed the chaos behind those private Diddy parties. That strange vibe? It's been going on for a while, and people in the industry have known about it. Bodyguards have been around celebrities for years, and when they finally speak up, it's usually because they've seen too much. These high-profile parties may seem glamorous, but they come with major risks, and when security starts talking, you know something serious probably happened.
Damn, we ain't going. He was just such a gatekeeper for the liquor in the clubs, like he was everything.
Another bodyguard named Big Homie CC, who used to work for Jamie Foxx, also spoke out. He said he saw things at those parties that didn't feel right. These events weren't just wild. They were on a whole other level. One bodyguard even claimed there were men running around naked at one of Diddy's parties. So when Shannon's bodyguard came forward, it wasn't the first time someone had exposed the dark side of these exclusive gatherings. But things really went off the rails with the most shocking part of the leak. The claim that Shannon Sharpe allegedly slept with a 17-year-old girl at one of those parties. That's the accusation that made the internet explode. What makes it worse is that Shannon has always denied any involvement in these parties. In an interview with Kai Cenat, he said he wasn't famous enough at the time to even be invited. But now, that denial doesn't seem to hold up, especially considering Shannon was already a big name in sports and later became a media star. That's when the rumors started. Was his rise and fame connected to something darker? There's even a disturbing rumor that some celebrities had to prove themselves at these parties to get into the elite levels of the industry. Suge Knight once mentioned something called the boiled egg test, which was supposedly part of a twisted initiation, used to see if someone was ready to join the inner circle.
It wasn't a prank. It was me being a healthy, active male. I mean, y'all thought I was bullied.
This is turning into a Hollywood-level scandal, and Shannon Sharpe's Bodyguard didn't just stir things up. He threw everything into chaos. Think about it. Shannon went from being an NFL legend to a media superstar. He was everywhere. ESPN, FS1, podcasts, viral clips, trending topics. He was dominating the media world. But here's the big question. Did he have to go through some twisted industry initiation, like many other celebrities, to really make it to the top? Now, no one's saying Shannon did anything illegal, but it's strange how hard he's denied even being at those Diddy parties. Why deny it so strongly, especially when people within the circle have been hinting at the opposite for years? Even Bow Wow once mentioned he missed those parties but never explained why. That's odd, right? Something just doesn't add up. If you step back and connect all the dots, the whispers, the rumors, the sudden rise in careers, it starts to make too much sense. Let's not forget, Diddy's parties were never low-key. They were high-profile, invite-only, no cameras allowed. The people who went to those parties kept quiet for a reason. Diddy's name has always been connected to conversations about his private life. But now people are starting to ask, could Shannon be part of that same world? Just staying quiet about it?
Ring. It's Cat Williams. So I said, yeah, bro, what's up? The first thing out of his mouth, guess what he said, Ocho?
Wow.
You ain't.
The theories about Shannon are getting louder, and honestly, when you look at everything, it doesn't seem so unbelievable anymore. Shannon's name has been linked to all kinds of wild rumors recently, and let's face it, Diddy's name has been tied to rumors about other celebrities too. So why wouldn't Shannon be involved? The theory isn't shocking at this point. It's just another messy layer to this already complicated situation. Now, enter Cat Williams. You know he's never been afraid to speak his mind and drop names. Cat was actually one of the first to subtly hint that Shannon might be on the down low DL. Remember when he went on Club Shay Shay? He made a slick comment that had the internet buzzing for weeks. Now, the DL talk is gaining more attention. Fans are starting to notice things, connect the dots, and let their imaginations run wild. That's just how it goes when rumors start flying. There are no boundaries. One fan put simply, I thought Shannon was on the DL. I just thought he liked fancy and borderline feminine rich guy things. A lot of people know guys like that, rich, flashy, stylish, and still pulling in huge attention. That high-end vibe actually helps him seal the deal. Someone even said that liking those things might actually help him with his relationships. Just their opinion. It's a wild take, but not an uncommon one. Now, you might be thinking, what does taste have to do with being on the DL? But listen to this.
Appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me.
People are really connecting Shannon's love for luxury, his polished look, and even his slightly feminine energy to the idea that he might be hiding something. It's not about what he says. It's about his image. Tailored designer outfits, a champagne lifestyle, jet-setting around the world. It all paints a certain picture. But could all that glitz and glam be covering something deeper? Some people think so. And here's where things take a major turn. This DL theory didn't just come from rumors. It really gained traction after Shannon accidentally leaked an audio of himself getting busy on Instagram Live. Yep, live. Let's be honest. No one accidentally starts an Instagram Live in the middle of something private. It's not a simple slip-up. You have to press buttons and go through prompts to start a live broadcast. So what really happened? Either way, it happened, and people saw it. Shannon was caught in the act, live, and the internet went crazy. After that shocking leak, Shannon had no choice but to respond. He quickly jumped on social media to explain, saying he was just being a man doing male things. That was his excuse for what everyone saw on the live broadcast. He even said people shouldn't judge him for what he does behind closed doors, since he's a grown man. Then came the twist. Shannon claimed that Cat Williams personally called him to say they shouldn't be labeling him as DL. Why did Cat feel the need to get involved so strongly? That's got people talking even more. It's starting to look like some serious damage control. But no matter how much they try to cover it up, the internet isn't letting it go. People are still watching skeptical, and one comment summed it up perfectly.
Others. Lil Rod says hidden cameras were in every room of Diddy's homes. Lil Rod believes that Mr. Combs possesses compromising.
There's definitely a real chance Shannon's on the DL. That Instagram live felt like it was staged. Like he wanted to make it look like he was with women when in reality, it could be something completely different. Honestly, I don't care what a man is into, but if you're not ashamed of it, why go through all these theatrics just to prove you're not? Anyone who's used Instagram Live knows it's nearly impossible to go live by accident. So the idea that Shannon accidentally started a live session right when he was getting intimate? Come on. That whole scene felt planned. People are saying it looked like a setup, not a slip-up. A performance with a clear purpose. Not everyone's buying the "I'm just a man doing man things" excuse. The timing, the footage, the sudden need to prove something. It's all raising red flags. People are calling it what it is, BS. The big question now is, did Shannon stage that live broadcast to shut down the DL rumors? A lot of people think that's exactly what happened, and it's hard to argue with the suspicion. But hold on, it gets even crazier. Enter Tony Busby, the high-profile lawyer, now representing Gabriella Zuniga. She's accusing Shannon of some seriously disturbing behavior, including role play involving domination, race-based scripts, and full-on bondage. It's like 50 Shades of Shay Shay, but darker and more unsettling. Allegedly, Gabriella says she has visual proof, a full recording showing Shannon behind closed doors doing some extreme stuff. And here's the final bombshell. Remember when the feds raided Diddy's mansions? Word is, those mansions had hidden cameras everywhere. Behind the luxury, the walls were watching.
For decades. Because major moves take time. It may look like it was suddenly, but you don't know what the background work was.
There's talk on the street that Shannon might have gotten caught up in Diddy's hidden surveillance network too. Yep. Rumors are spreading that even though Shannon's out here denying everything with full confidence, there might be footage somewhere just waiting to drop. It's probably waiting for the noise to die down before it hits like a bomb. And if you know how this industry works, that's exactly how it goes. It's never the loud moments that get you. It's the quiet storms that hit after the chaos. But here's the twist. Some people think Shannon isn't just caught in a scandal. He's being targeted. When you take a step back, it actually starts to make sense. This industry is famous for building people up just to tear them down. They'll boost you, squeeze everything out of you, and then pull the plug when you get too powerful or too real. Shannon was about to sign a huge $100 million deal. Then boom, everything started falling apart. Next thing you know, he's stepping away from ESPN. This is a man who is everywhere, one of the loudest, most respected voices in sports media. And then suddenly gone. Don't forget, Shannon gave Cat Williams a platform in that explosive interview. Cat exposed some deep secrets about Diddy's circle. The rants, the whispers, the allegations. Cat even named Bishop T.D. Jakes, accusing him of having ties to Diddy's alleged twisted empire. T.D. Jakes even stepped down from his church leadership position, reportedly because of growing accusations and misconduct rumors. It's all starting to connect like pieces of a high-profile, messy puzzle. But the wildest part? It didn't come from leaks. It came from Wack 100. He jumped into the chaos with zero filter and straight up said that Shannon might be bisexual. He even told Shannon to stop running and just live his truth. That's how bold it got.
I definitely think he's bisexual.
Why do you think that? Just because his pants fit weird or whatever? That one meme?
His mannerisms. His mannerisms, and I think he's bisexual. I mean, and
but you're not basing that on anything besides just the fact that
I thought I would never say.
He looks weird sometimes.
I'm gonna say something I thought I would never say.
Sure,
but I gotta keep it real. I listen to Tasha Kata.
Honestly, Some people are nodding their heads and saying if Shannon had just owned his truth from the beginning, whatever it may be, none of this would be used against him now. Instead, he's stuck on defense while people keep launching attacks from all sides. One fan even took a shot at the name of his show, saying, "When I first heard he called his show that, I thought it was satire. I just can't imagine a straight man naming it that." That comment made people stop and think. Others are pointing out a pattern that's starting to look suspicious, saying, ever since Shannon got hit with the DL rumors, he's been doing the most, leak tape, now X-related charges. What's next? At this point, it's becoming really hard to defend Shannon. Between the DL rumors, the suspicious Instagram Live moment, the lawsuits, the alleged recordings, and now people claiming he was one of Diddy's inner circle, the heat is rising and it's not looking good for him. But now, I want to hear from you. Do you think Shannon Sharpe was really deep in those wild Diddy party circles, or is all this just a perfectly timed smear campaign to take him down before that massive money deal dropped? And that Instagram Live moment with that woman, was it real, or was it staged to shut down the DL rumors once and for all? Also, do you think giving Cat Williams a platform to expose industry secrets was what put a target on his back? Was at the moment the powers that be decided he was too much of a threat? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to see everything you're thinking. This drama needs a full breakdown, and hey, if you love deep dives into drama, leaked receipts, and the chaos Hollywood's trying to hide, make sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Catch you in the next one. Things are only going to get crazier from here.